by the way, you're fired. Carol's out of a job tonight at 7 on the Bob Newhart Show.
Yes, Mrs. Whitney? No, he's not as yet. Yes, I'll certainly tell him, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Goodbye. Who cares?
Mrs. Whitney home?
No, she's not, Mr. Whitney. She called just a little while ago, said she'd be late. She's shopping.
At this hour?
Yes, the stores are open tonight.
Well, listen, Gunther, make me a drink. The old scotch. I've had one hell of a day.
Well, I'll have to go down to the cellar, sir. We don't have that scotch up here.
Well, then, go down and get it.
Yes, sir. Oh, this package arrived here today.
Well, whatever it is, Gunther, I'll look at it later. What I need right now is a drink.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harrison, I never question a man's motives, but this project intrigues me. Since you just married your wife, why do you want me to remove her?
You just said you never questioned motives.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Just tell me when.
I'm arranging a business trip. It'll be, sometime next week. Next week. Oh, God, really, the next week.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Dawn, the dishwashing liquid that takes grease out of your way, and by Zest, the deodorant bar that leaves no sticky soap film so you feel really clean.
Can anything make you stop using soap?
No way! When you discover the cleaner feeling of Zest, you're gonna say no to your soap.
I'll admit, Zest pours on the lather.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of Zest,
Sunscreen's cleaner than soap. Can't even feel it.
you're gonna say no to your soap.
I'll put deodorant Zest to a test. Lather one arm with soap, Zest the other. Now rinse. Ooh, feels tacky from soap. Zest leaves a cleaner, fresher feeling than soap.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of Zest.
Back to soap?
Nope.
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 Discover the cleaner feeling of Zest.
When we set out to improve a great laundry detergent, we wanted to keep the powerful cleaners that work on ordinary dirts, that cut through food stains, that get out grease and oil, and add powerful cleaners that clean collar soil even better than before. So that's what we did. All in the concentrated quarter cup called New Formula Era. So effective, it cleans clean through. Watch Era clean through collar soil, taco grease, and motor oil. We treat only the top with a teaspoon of Era, rub, run under warm water, and look. New Era cleans clean through. That's the kind of power you get in Era's little quarter cup. New Era, power that cleans clean through.
Sit up. Come on, Beck. Yes, my good dog.
Did you ever think of putting Muffin in show business? You just dress him in a tuxedo, he'd be a sensation.
Yeah, but he won't travel. Huh.
Ah, well, that's different. Listen, did you know that Nicole was going to see the doctor today?
Yeah, I did. In fact, I went with her, and then she dropped me off at the dance studio afterwards.
Did she have anything to report?
No, as far as I know, it's a normal checkup. But, you know, she did seem real happy when she left his office, so I'm sure the report was favorable.
Oh, that's good. Listen, you seem pretty happy yourself the past few days. Quite a change from the somber young lady you were a few days ago.
Yes, it is.
Well, is there any explanation? What's going on? The rehearsal's going better?
Yeah, somewhat. And some other things are going better, too. Well, the work seems easier, and Gavin is being a little less difficult and a bit less critical.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think has brought on this bout of compassion?
I can't imagine. Let me get it.
Come on. A little bit.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Miles.
Gavin, hi. How are you?
Sorry about just dropping in like this. I know I should have called, but I was having dinner with some people in the company and I was in the area.
No, that's all right. I'm glad you did. You're not seen in these parts very often.
I just don't want to intrude.
Gavin's really quite shy.
Really? I hadn't noticed that. Listen, come on in, sit down. Can I fix you a drink?
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Thank you.
What do you want?
Scotch.
This is so sweet.
Jody tells me that rehearsals are going better. Is that true?
I really don't know where she'd get that idea, Miles.
Oh? Well, you two straighten it out, then. I got to clean up a little bit. And I want to watch Nicole on her late news broadcast. I'll be in the kitchen if you need me. I don't think you're going to need me.
Here's a toast. To my dear wife.
Here's a toast to our divorce.
So, you really did it. You really went to see a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. This very day.
Oh, what a pity. You're so impulsive.
How could I be impulsive when it is something I wanted for so long? I found out many interesting things today.
Share them, my love.
I found out that I can divorce you, whether you want it or not.
Oh? And what trumped-up charge?
Desertion.
Oh.
And it's very easy to charge you for that. I would have done it before. But a husband has to be gone from his wife for a full year. And as you know, it's more than a year now.
My dear, that's ridiculous. I never deserted you. I was forced to flee for my life and my freedom from the bloodhounds of authority.
You deserted me like I was a sinking ship, and you know it. You gave nothing, not even one thought for me, only for your own skin.
That's not true, my dear. I cared very much about what happened to you. It simply never occurred to me that you would move in with Schuyler Whitney after he had been the cruel victim of a robbery in his Paris townhouse.
The cruel thief was you. You used me to bargain with Schuyler Whitney, to bargain for your freedom. You auctioned me off, and don't deny it, would you?
Martine, it's a terrible thing to say. Well, that's not at all the way it happened.
Really?
Really. The deal was made between you and Schuyler Whitney. I merely accepted the freedom he offered, whereas you accepted the domestic comforts that he offered. But then you always were a little greedy.
Espèce de monstre. Je sais pas pourquoi je perds mon temps avec toi.
Slow down.
Je veux même pas rester ici.
Martine, you know I can't understand you when you talk so fast. Now let's face reality, Martine. What do you have left if you divorce me now? Nothing. Your Mr. Wonderful Whitney is married now. I know that distresses you, but it just can't be helped now, can it? And as for your ex-gentleman friend, the boy dancer, Gavin Wiley, I think it's highly unlikely that you'll be able to rekindle that flame.
Now, you try this on the rocks.
hate oven cleaning.
Okay.
There's nothing worse. I like it to be fast and easy.
Try this oven cleaner. Joanne Burns is about to discover today's Easy Off oven cleaner. It's fast and easy.
Okay. Let's try it again.
This is not a problem. This is super.
Would you like to know what it is?
Please. Easy Off did this? All my muscle in the world couldn't have done what Easy Off did.
Easy Off makes oven cleaning easy.
Easy Off with the anti-fume valve.
This is amazing.
Miss Wilson, you have arthritis?
Oh, yes.
Then watch this pain reliever comparison.
Oh, they're all the same.
Let's see. 2 regular tablets, 650 milligrams. These other pain relievers also, 650 milligrams. 650 milligrams. But this one is different. 800 milligrams.
Anacin has more pain reliever.
And a special combination of ingredients. Anacin gives hours of relief from minor arthritis pain.
I'm getting Anacin.
Tablets or capsules, get the Anacin difference.
Oh, what a pleasure it is to be here. A marvelous dinner and in such good company.
Well, I hope you come more often, Geraldine.
Well, then I'll just invite myself more often like I did tonight.
You didn't invite yourself, Geraldine. I distinctly heard Nancy make the offer on the phone. Now, would you like another after-dinner drink?
Oh, no, my dear, thank you. I really should be going soon anyway. I have an early day at the studio tomorrow.
Derek?
No thanks, Mike, but I wonder if you don't mind. Could we watch the late night news? I'd especially like to see it because Nicole is showing a tape of an interview with one of my officers. I'd like to be able to tell the commissioner tomorrow that we are cooperating with the press.
Oh, will you stay and watch with us, dear?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she's using an item on the governor's new tax bill I'd like to see, too.
I think we're going to miss the first couple of minutes.
The governor's proposed tax bill also includes a 1/4% increase in sales tax and a corporate franchise tax on utility lines. The business taxes would be statewide. Monticello's mayor has agreed to support the financial plan and the resolution. Turning to other news, the streets of the Bassett area turned into panic today when a 40-year-old man went berserk, firing a .38 caliber pistol into the streets, which were crowded with workers on their lunch hour. There were no deaths involved, but 2 people were wounded in the melee before the man was subdued. Alexander Freeman of 3120 South Longview reportedly went on a rampage after a domestic quarrel with his wife, Maria, who escaped death by fleeing into the streets. The suspect followed his wife, firing wildly and hitting 2 passers-by who are in Monticello General Hospital now, but reported in satisfactory condition. Detective Damian Tyler of the Monticello Police Force happened to be in the area at the time and risked his life to subdue the assailant. Detective Tyler had this to say of the incident.
Well, there was more luck involved than anything, I guess.
Well, where were you when the shooting started?
Well, I just come out of this coffee shop over here, and I heard some shots. People started screaming and scattered all over the place. So I ran down to the street and saw the suspect standing by this building over here. He had a gun. He was screaming something about his wife. And then when he saw me, he got a couple of shots off. They both went wild, fortunately.
Well, what did you do then?
Well, the first thing I did was I asked somebody to call an ambulance because by that point there were a couple of people on the ground. I could see that they weren't too seriously injured. And then a couple of uniformed policemen showed up, and I asked them to clear out the crowd as well as they could.
Well, what happened then?
Well, then I tried to talk to the guy. Calmly at first, I told him who I was. And I tried to get some sense out of him. But he was pretty well backed up against the wall, and I don't think he was in any condition to listen to reason. The guy had a very wild look in his eyes. I don't think he cared what happened.
Might have reservations about
So I felt like I had to
but he's
take
certainly
some
a credit to the
action.
force.
Took a chance on a flying tackle.
I suppose so.
I got him on the ground. That was it.
I just wish I knew who he really is.
Beautiful.
Here's a little housewarming gift.
Oh, I'll get the glasses.
Use these.
Puritan oil.
Puritan's part of our diet to fight cholesterol.
And it makes food taste great.
I always use corn oil. Puritan has more polyunsaturates than corn oil. It also looks lighter. It tastes lighter.
We have excellent taste in gifts.
Puritan, a delicious part of your diet to fight cholesterol.
You invite me over
for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Your child can have this Play Store, too. See Sunday's paper for a terrific offer on this colorful walk-in store, plus coupons for savings on many of these popular Procter & Gamble products. There's more. This special free bonus, a child's storekeeper's apron. Find this product display with Bobby's picture at your participating store. He'll tell you how to get your free apron when you order your Play Store. So look in Sunday's paper for your valuable coupons. And remember,
look for me in your store.
Detective Tyler, despite your view to the contrary, taking a chance on tackling a man in such an emotionally distraught state was a very dangerous thing to do, wasn't it?
Well, actually, no, it wasn't. You see, before I decided to tackle the guy, I'd counted the number of shots he had gotten off, and I realized that his gun chamber was empty. I don't think that he knew it, but I did. And the guy had a very slight build. I weigh about 187. I work out every day. I figured that once I got him down on the ground, that I would have no trouble subduing him. So please don't try to make a hero out of me.
Okay, thank you. And now we'll get some citizens' views on the remarkable heroism of Detective Tyler and to the shooting incident today in the Bassett area.
Nothing but taxes and shooting. To hell with it.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, thank you. A little more. Half a cup.
Well, we meet yet again.
Oh, no. Are you haunting me or what?
I am not haunting you. I am merely hungry, that's all. Believe me, it was the sign outside that brought me in here, and not your, irresistible personality.
Oh, really? What sign?
Fish sandwiches, 95 cents.
Is that what you want?
Actually, I'll just have a well-done hamburger and a cup of coffee.
Chop it and burn it.
Right. Well, what'd you think of my boy Tyler? Real hero, isn't he?
You missed that part. That's not what he said.
Oh, don't listen to him. He is a genuine first-class, #1 American hero type, and you better believe it.
Well, for your information, the suspect...
The assailant?
The suspect was out of bullets when Tyler tackled him, and furthermore, Tyler is at least 3 times his size, so don't talk to me about heroes.
Oh, come on, Miss Ernest. I mean, even someone as level-headed and serious as yourself must have had a hero at least once.
Clarence Darrow.
I am not surprised. He also had a habit of trying to help the bad guys beat the system.
What did you say?
You know, if you keep this up, I'm gonna think that you really do hate cops.
Well, in my neighborhood, kiddo.
That's Calvin.
In my neighborhood, you had to be crazy to like cops.
Oh, don't tell me you grew up without a respect for the law.
I didn't say that now. What I said was, we didn't like
cops, right. Well, I guess I have to admit it was the same in my neighborhood. But see, I decided that the best way to improve the police department was to join the force.
Oh, really? Tell me, do you think that was really a great improvement?
You know, that's the first time I've seen you laugh. You're actually pretty when you do that. I was beginning to doubt that you had that ability.
Oh, I think you'd be surprised at my abilities, Mr. Still.
I might at that, Miss Bannister.
Tell me, are you off duty right now?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did just get off work.
Then what are we doing sitting here talking? You should be at home having dinner with your wife, Mr. Stone.
Oh, Calvin. You know, this looks pretty good for something that was just chopped and burned.
The police commissioner says that Detective Damian Tyler may well be in line for a commendation for his courageous action this afternoon. More news, the sports, and the weather right after this.
You know, I'd like to pin a medal on that guy, too. Right between the eyes.
You give me another one of these, Gunther.
You sure can't hold it, Mr. Whitney. That's your...
I didn't ask you to count, Gunther. Just get me another drink and shut up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm going to be going on a business trip in a few days.
How long will you be, sir?
I don't know.
And you're leaving when, did you say, sir?
Next week. Beginning of next week.
Well, that's a very courageous young man you have in your department, Chief Mallory.
Yes, I suppose he's good enough. Anyway, the commission will be glad that we're getting some good press finally.
Derek, what did you mean when you said you wish you really knew him?
Well, Nancy, I didn't pick Damian Tyler to replace Deborah Saxon. He was wished on my department by powers up in City Hall, who I think were in turn being pressured from somebody in Washington.
Damien. An interesting name, isn't it? So unusual, Damien. Gordon and I once knew someone in Washington who named his son Damien.
In Washington?
Man who worked for the State Department.
State Department?
Yes, his name was Fowler Wilcox.
Wilcox?
Yes. He named his son Damien. It's funny, I almost forgot his name. But I'll never forget how Fowler Wilcox died. It was suicide.
And you thought Bisquick only made pancakes. And you thought Bisquick only made pancakes.
Well, sure. Bisquick makes hundreds of great things like this impossible tuna pie. Made with the freshest of ingredients, it's delicious for dinner and impossibly easy because it makes its own crust.
And I thought Bisquick only made pancakes.
See the Bisquick recipe for impossible tuna pie in the August issue of these magazines.
There's a cake so moist, it's called super moist. There's a frosting so creamy, it's called Creamy Deluxe. Put them together and
Bake someone happy. You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy. Bake a smile for someone you care for.
with the moistness of super moist and the creaminess of Creamy Deluxe.
You and Betty Crocker can bake someone happy.
Tonight at 7:30, Archie finally gets what he's been waiting for 6 years, an invitation to join the bowling team. Then at 8, Anthony Perkins stars as the eccentric playboy in The Champagne Murders.
Sir? Well, that package that was delivered this afternoon, Mr. Whitney, would you like for me to open it?
No. No, it's all right. Leave it as it is. I've got some thinking to do. I'd rather be by myself.
Yes, sir. Good night, Mr. Whitney.
Skylar Whitney, will you have this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself unto her so long as you both shall live?
I will.
Raven Alexander, will you have this man to be your wedded husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself only unto him, as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Mr. Whitney was found in a mountain lodge near the village of Sunderman after the plane crash that took the life of his friend and co-pilot, Jefferson Brown. Well, Raven knows. She knows who I am, and she knows what I've done. I once swore that no one would ever know my name. What the hell am I going to do?
crazy about her, aren't you?
No, I want one thing absolutely clear. I want the job done quickly. She must not feel any pain. She must not have any fear. I will not have her suffer. I want that understood. And I want it understood clearly.
Okay. There's no need for such vehemence. I'm a professional.
What a mess. Cleaning out the kitchen can. It's the worst job in the house.
Why don't you try a better kitchen bag?
Hefty, tall kitchen garbage bags?
Even the wettest kitchen mess won't come through a Hefty.
Hefty's inner security lining resists tears that let wet garbage seep through thinner, weaker bargain bags.
Oh, I see you have a Hefty kitchen bag now.
And a clean kitchen can.
Hefty tall kitchen garbage bags. Even the wettest kitchen mess won't come through a Hefty.
My friend Billy here is a legend. He's conquered every fence, tree, and vacant lot on the block. But in Levi's jeans, there my old pals met his match. Turn around, Billy. Since 1850, Levi's jeans have lived through everything from bucking broncos to bicycle sprockets to Billy. Right, Levi's jeans in denim or corduroy, 'cause a legend does not come apart at the seams.
Friday night at 9, Channel 48 presents the continuing saga of Mary Mulvane and Against the Wind. In this week's episode, Mary must witness the brutal flogging of Jonathan. And now, stay tuned for Three's Company. Archie has a new watch, and he got it at a steal. Tonight at 7:30 on All in the Family.